In this section, we'll explore the reasons why to create a core curriculum. At Work Shouldn't Suck, we often start with this grounding principle. Anti-racism is not just a policy. It's a set of principles you must measure every aspect of your organization against. And I know not everyone who's watching these videos, who's taking this mini course, have anti-racism as a core value of their organization. Some organizations are centering values of equity and justice and inclusion, diversity. And so you can substitute perhaps equity and justice are not just policies. They're a set of principles. And so really going back to why do you create a core curriculum, in that it really helps to center those values, helps to infuse those values into the onboarding of new employees. So they really are grounded in the why of your organization and why it's so important. We also, when it comes to the why, take a look at traits of high-performing teams. These are a number of traits that show up again and again in research around traits that make high-performing teams. Things like psychological safety and trust and diversity and balance of input. I've highlighted the 3 items here: clear commitments, alignment, and transparency. Because I feel like as it relates to core curriculum, these are 3 that are really important that a core curriculum can help, again, lay the groundwork and lay the foundation to understanding, alignment, transparency of information, clear commitments, so people have the information they need at the time they need it to make the best decisions they're able in their role. So over the next 2 slides, there are 6 different components here that overlap with the items I just showed and we explored that really get into why. Why do we create the core curriculum? Why do we spend the time to create a core curriculum? Because it's not a really simple thing to like get done in a day. So some of the items here that I think are important to explore and understand and why, the reasons why, are consistency. A core curriculum provides a standardized and consistent approach to training new employees. It ensures that all new employees receive the same essential knowledge and skills necessary to succeed in their roles, regardless of their background or previous experience. The second reason is efficiency. It saves time and resources by streamlining the onboarding process. Instead of creating individualized training plans for each new hire, a core curriculum allows companies to provide the necessary training in a more efficient and effective manner. And we see this a lot in organizations that schedule times with people who are on staff to convey information. So when someone new starts, they sign up to chat with maybe the director of marketing and the director of fundraising, and then you go talk to the director of operations and then someone else. And what often happens is this really goes into the choose your own adventure. It takes time sometimes to schedule these meetings. So it might be that you get to talk to these 2 people in your first week and you don't get to talk to this other person until 2 months have passed. Maybe they're traveling, maybe they're out on leave. And so it really creates this haphazard way of approaching these conversations where you can't have a consistent way that every person is coming into the organization and understanding what it is that they need to be able to know in order to better do their role in their work. The third item here under the reasons why are in alignment. Alignment is a reason why to do this because it ensures that all new hires are aligned with the company's mission, vision, and values. It helps new employees understand the company's goals and objectives and how their role fits into the larger picture, really providing that transparency and understanding and context for how someone is contributing to the success of the organization. Number 4 on this list of reasons why: engagement. Core curriculum can improve an employee's engagement by providing employees with the necessary tools to succeed in their roles. It can help them feel more confident, competent, and connected to the company. The 5th reason why is compliance. Core curriculums ensure that new hires are trained on important company policies and procedures, including those related to compliance, safety, and security. This can help prevent legal risks and legal issues and mitigate risks. And maybe less, legal and risk mitigation is, it just provides a consistent way that someone is learning about the organization, that sort of things have been covered in order and they haven't been missed in sort of the choose your own adventure haphazard way of approaching an onboarding process. And sixth on the reason why, retention. A core curriculum can improve employee retention by providing new hires with a positive onboarding experience. It shows that the company values their success and is willing to invest in their development. One of the things I often include here is that one of the reasons why to have a core curriculum, to really spend the time up front, is because you'll never have more time available than when you first start a job. And I know that often doesn't feel like that. You're busy doing a lot of different things, but sometimes people say, we'll get to that later, or we'll do that some other time. But it's like things fill the time. You get busy with projects, you get busy with other things. And so one of the reasons why to create a core curriculum, to focus on this up front when someone comes into a role, is because they will never have more time in their job than when they first start a new role.